You know what time it is. Time to hang out with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper. Hang with Mr. Coop, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper. Yeah.
Welcome to the Big Scoop with Coop. I'm your host, Coop. Big shout outs to everyone that's listening on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, wherever you're listening to. Big shout outs to you. If you want to catch the video version of this show, make sure you go to my website to catch full episodes at thebigscoopwithcoop.com. Also on YouTube at youtube.com/thebigscoopwithcoop. You can also catch a 15-minute preview of this episode right here on Instagram at Big Scoop with Coop. All right, people, enough about me. Today's guest, you have seen him on iCarly. You have seen him on the Baxters. And guess what? He is doing the literary thing also. He has wrote a book called Dust. He is doing great things, and he's been in way more television shows and movies I can be able to name right now, because if I keep naming this, show will be over. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the one and only Josh Plasse. Now, Josh, like I said, is doing great things. Make sure you catch him on iCarly once again. Make sure you catch him on Baxters. And look for that book called Dust in your local bookstore. Josh is going to talk about his career, his book, the shows he's been in, and more. So sit back and relax and enjoy this episode of The Big Scoop with Coop with Josh Plasse. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. What an introduction. Thanks for having me, man.
And of course, how's your day going so far?
So far, so great. I can't complain. It's a good one. I'm getting ready to go out for a little dinner. A good day at work. How about yourself?
Man, I'm in North Carolina. So right now, the Wizard of Oz just came through here. This whole gush of wind, storm, and everything. I think Dorothy just ran through the whole state of North Carolina, knocked over trees, knocked over trampolines, knocked over stuff, and, came with a rampage. But guess what? It's over with now. So I'm happy about it.
I love it. I love it. What part of North Carolina are you in?
I'm in Rocky Mountain.
Okay.
It's it's like 4 hours east of Charlotte, 45 minutes away from Raleigh.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right, Josh. So, I told everybody in the beginning, your career, you're doing great things. You're doing big things in your career. Your career is nowhere close to being over. But for the people that just got introduced to you for the first time, when did you first realize that you wanted to become an actor?
Oh man, great question. Yeah. Not until college, actually. It's a very long story, but so my dad was a Navy SEAL, and I was kind of trending to follow in his footprints, if you will. So I was in college, I was running, swimming, shooting, and doing the whole thing, getting ready for it. And I was in Homeland Security and Criminal Justice as my minor, so totally different thing. Yeah. And then I had a buddy in college. I was training really hard. I found I was a little too serious in my life. I had a buddy who was super nonchalant and fun. And I was like, bro, what's the deal? Why are you always so happy? Why am I always so strut up? So he was like, man, honestly, it's the theater. So straight up, I took that. I went with it. I took a private acting class, and boom, I fell in love. Rest is history.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about. You see, a lot of people think that you have to start acting at a very, very young age. If the gift is in you, the gift is in you. And it's going to come out one way or the other. And look at you. It came out, and you've been going full speed with this thing. Now, Josh, did you have any mentors to help you out from the college days all the way up?
Good question too, man. No, not from college particularly. Well, actually, that's not true. I do have one mentor from high school, so kind of through college, named Rob Wilson. I'll shout out Rob Wilson. He'll probably watch this. He's a beast. He's mentored me through a number of things, but ultimately the first real acting mentor I got was when I moved to Los Angeles the next year after this. I fell in love with the craft, started booking a little bit in Virginia. It's not a lot of competition there, so it was kind of easy. But then I started, once I started playing with the big boys, I was like, oh, wait, this is for real. So I moved to LA. I don't know anybody, and I bought this book on acting actually at the airport on the way there. It was by a guy named Craig Wallace. It was just an acting book, and I was like, all right, I'm all in on this. Let's do it. I read the whole book, get there. Yeah, no kidding. Get there and don't know anybody, but I go to his studio. Craig Wallace Studios.
Mhm.
And he ended up being not only my first acting coach, but definitely a personal mentor for a very long time. Yeah,
Whoo, that's crazy. You went from reading his book to walking up into a studio and doing
literally.
this thing.
Yeah,
You know
literally.
what?
Every day.
You was at the right airport at the right time to find that book
Yeah.
to do the thing.
The
That's that's what I'm talking about, man. And a lot of people they think that when you go to LA, you have to be homeless, sleep in cars, or do
Yeah.
all this type of stuff to get into the acting business and into the entertainment industry. There's different routes that you can go through to get to there. And look at you, you picked up a book, read the whole darn thing. You better than me. It's hard for me to read a whole book at one time. But you did it. Big shout out to you on that one, Josh. And look at you. I mean, you just walked in and said, look, man, I read your book. You going to take me on. You're going to do this thing.
I tried. I tried.
And that's what I'm talking about. You did it. Now,
Thank
we're going to fast forward a little bit because
you. Yeah.
you walked into the studio, but later on, you walked into something else, and it's called iCarly. And
Ah.
that is crazy right there. Yes.
Thanks, man.
So let me ask you this, because everybody wants to know. This iCarly that's out now, is this actually a reboot or a continuation?
Oh, yeah. Good call. It's definitely it's both. It's a reboot, but they're all much older in the future. Same people, same characters. So it's actually a little bit of both.
Ah,
Yeah. It's not like they're like rebooting it as totally new things. It's all the same characters, grown up, similar problems, different day and age. So I would call it a reboot and a new version. It's both.
I love it. I love it. So how did you feel to receive that role as Wes
Oh
on
man.
iCarly?
So happy, so happy. That was so much fun. I talk about it a lot, man. That it's probably my favorite experience on set I've had in at least in the last 5 years. I mean, sitcoms, yeah, sitcoms in general, like multi-camera sitcoms, they're big, boisterous, fun, multiple cameras. They're short days. Like when you're on an indie film set, it's a 12-hour minimum. You're lucky if you're out there on 12 hours. Usually going to extend past that. It's usually going to be 13, 14 hours in golden time. But on a sitcom, you don't face that, and everyone's just so happy. Everyone's nice. The subject matter is funny. So, dude, it was the best experience I've had. Everyone was cool, and I actually, when I was a kid, I didn't like religiously watch the show or anything, but
Right.
I knew about it. I liked it. I had seen 20, 30 episodes. And so I was actually kind of curious if they were going to be cool in person or if they were going to break that mold of what I had built for them. And to be honest, they were awesome. They were really, really cool.
And that's what I was about to ask you next, Josh, because I know the whole world wants to know what was it like when the cameras was not rolling on
Yes.
iCarly with the cast.
The best, the best around. So cool. Everybody's shooting jokes, but super professional. They're there to do a job. They know what they're doing. And also, they're just really, it's a very specific and very niche genre, and they're just really good. Like all the people on that show are genuinely very good at what they do. And it's hard. Multi-camera is really hard when you have to be that big and you have to hit and you have to hit and you have to hit and you can't be late. Like everybody's really just they're just well trained, to be honest, and really kind people.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that, Josh, because think about it. One, you're on Disney. Two, you're doing iCarly. So you know you're about to walk in and have fun, regardless if it's gonna be a dramatic episode. And when I say dramatic, I don't mean pure drama. I'm just saying you
I
may
know.
get a little bit of the ahs, and then you'll get the laughters and everything. So you will have fun automatically. You should be in that mood to walk in and say, okay, what we doing? I'm taking off my watch. I don't even care what time it is. Let's do it. Will you please say action? Let's shoot this thing.
Let's shoot this thing.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like it should be. And that's crazy, man. You
Yeah.
you got to experience all of this, but you did something else too, Josh. And it's a show that's been running for a minute now, the Baxters.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yes. You now going from Wes to Luke is two different monsters right there. So, what was it like receiving the role of Luke Baxter on the Baxters?
Very, very different. Like you said, I appreciate it. That show, I mean, they couldn't be polar opposites much more. Maybe if it was like True Detective, they'd be more polar opposites. But like Very, very different characters. So I appreciate that, man. And it was great. I mean, it was really cool. It was a tough role. The show is a very, again, to use the word niche, it's a very niche show. It's a religious show on Amazon Prime. So they have a very specific set of things and guidelines in which you got to kind of mold yourself into, if that makes sense. And so
Yeah.
the acting is difficult. It's challenging because the stakes are different. They're not things we all necessarily face or can identify with. It was tough. And, the character goes through a lot of drama, and that's kind of a hard walk. Like, is he I don't want to give away the show. I'm trying to think what not to give away here, but he goes through some stuff, and he goes through some changes, and you've got to be able to do that. And whether it's tears, it's anger, whatever you're going through, you got to do that, but in the confines of sort of the parameters of the show, if that makes sense. It's
Mhm.
not necessarily as free as, to use True Detective as an example. That's just all very real to life. This is a little larger than life, if you will, kind of like iCarly. So yeah, it was really fun, man. It was really challenging.
Come on, Josh. You got to pull the curtains back a little bit. You're on the big scoop with Coop. You got to give us a little bit. Tell us what is the personality of Luke, and tell us what
Yeah, yeah.
is how the Baxters as a family. Tell us about the show. Tell us what can we
For
expect.
sure. For sure. I love that. All right. Family drama at its heart. It's based on, I'll say this, if you don't know anything about it, it's based on a book series that sold 26 million copies. So, yeah, the books are massive. Now, the show's got 3 seasons already. If you're a fan of that kind of thing, you're going to love it. Ultimately, it's a family drama. So, it's a family with 4 daughters and 1 son. I play the only son, Luke, which comes with a whole bunch of only child issues, if you will, for him. And man, it's a beautiful show. It's like I said, it's a faith-based show. So if that's the specific target demographic, if that's not for you, that's not for you. But if you like that, you're gonna love this show. It's crushing it. It was top 10 while it was out for the first time. Man, ultimately, it's like Luke. So he falls in love with the girl, and they're on the righteous path of everything. And then again, I'll give one spoiler. There is a church shooting, and her father dies, and that sort of sets this character to be like, to really just question the world, question God, question existence, question mortality, and all these really deep themes. And ultimately, he goes down the wrong path, ends up, finding himself at rock bottom. They split, and the show takes off from there. I won't give any more away, but it's a good show in its own right, man. So I was blessed to be a part of it, and Roma Downey, who created it, Karen Kingsbury, the woman who wrote it. I mean, just like cream of the crop.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen that's watching worldwide right now, make sure you check out Josh on iCarly. Make sure you check out the Baxters on Amazon Prime. Not right now. You're watching this interview. After the interview, make sure you go check them out. Binge all 3 seasons. You want to make sure you keep up. Will there be a season 4? I'm calling ahead of time. There's going to be a season 4. You better
Hey.
watch out for this show. Yes. Make sure you check it out. Amazon Prime, Disney Plus. If you don't have Disney Plus, guess what? I'm not going to tell you to hack into nobody's account. Go to a friend's house that got Disney Plus and watch it. You want to make sure you check out, like I said, iCarly. Make sure you check out Baxters. But you know what? I'm telling you, this guy right here, Josh, is multi-talented. Yes, he's acted in so many different shows. We just talked about 2. If I talk about everything this man has done, the show will be over. IMDb this guy. You will see exactly everything that he has done. I mean, he's been through it all, and his career is nowhere peaking right now. That's the crazy part. So much more about to happen to him. But, Josh, I told you you're multi talented, man. You took another road. Now, how did it feel to go down this literary road? What made you decide to go and write this book? It's called Dust.
Sir, oh man, good. You're on it. You're on it. I love your energy, man. You're on it tonight. I'm like, I gotta keep up now. I was tired. Ugh. No, man. Well, the short answer is a freaking lifetime of being a nerd. I grew up as a huge nerd. I was a big literature guy. I read Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, Lord of the Rings, all those types of things. I was into it, man. And I used to draw comic books when I was young, and I would like do world building. I was a huge nerd. Anything stratagem or warfare. My dad was a SEAL. That's what I was into. In fact, I got the little map. So I used to draw like world building things. So this is the book, Dust,
Mm.
out now. And to kind of illustrate my point, this is the world we created. So it's a super cool map that's kind of, outlining where everything happens. And so I grew up loving that kind of thing and reading a lot, but never having a particular taste for writing or literature, just enjoying reading. And then as I got into college and started getting into acting, which by the way correlates with the Homeland Security because you got to understand human psychology from that and why, particularly whether it's domestic or foreign terrorists act the way they do, you got to get in the mindset of that. So I found that I was actually pretty good at character work. And then I started studying screenwriting when I got out there. And I was like, wait a second. I like this, but I really like this. So this was born, I don't know, man, maybe a half year later. I've been working on it for about 10 years now, and it just released 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Wow. So give us a short description about the book. What is the book actually about?
Yeah. If you're fans of fantasy, if you like Game of Thrones, Joel Abercrombie, anything like that, you'll like it. What the book is about, it's a very vast world, but at its heart, it's about three siblings in the fallout of their parents' assassination. And ultimately their journey's trying to find out what happened. And when they do find out, it's them settling that.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, Josh, how can everybody receive this book?
Yeah, anywhere you buy books. If you got a Barnes and Nobles, Books a Million, go to Amazon. Amazon's unfortunately, for better or worse, they're the easiest, man. You just get on, type and ship. So go to Amazon. But if you're a bookstore person, ask your local bookstore, your indie bookstore, and frankly, they'll probably carry it or they'll be able to order it for you. So anywhere you can get it, you'll get it.
That's what I'm talking about, people. Make sure you go get this book. If you're not a big fan of reading, guess what? Become a big fan of reading. Get this book, Dust. This is something that you will want to read. 10 years in the making. Do you see this? Josh's acting and writing is not like he just wrote this book 3 weeks ago and just said, let me find a hard cover to just put this on. No, this man put his heart and soul into this. Make sure you go get the book. Get it for your family. Get it for your friends. Get it for your associates. You know what? Get it for your haters too. Send them a book. Let them all read it, guys. Make sure you get this book, double up on it, because I'm telling you, this is one book you do not want to miss. So get it, get it, get it. Not right now. I'm not going to repeat myself. You're watching this interview. You better not click off this interview to go order this book right now. When this interview over, go order the book. Go to your local bookstore and make sure you get it. That's what I'm talking about, Josh. Now, Josh, are there any other projects that you're working on right now that you want the world to know about?
Oh yeah, man. A couple of things. I'm staying busy. I mean, obviously, Dust and its release is taking most of my time right now to just market and campaign and keep up with things. But I've got a show that I'm on also on Amazon Prime coming out called Butterfly, which is awesome. That show's gonna be huge. Daniel Day Kim is the lead of that show. It'll probably come out, I'd say summer, maybe late this year. But I got a great part in that, man. Really great part in that. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm in another film. Well, I'll hold that one for now. But the main thing I'm doing, the main thing that's my baby, is called The Pirate King. So if anyone's watching, just remember, it's going to be a while, but there's going to be some announcements soon. This is my baby. This film is my baby. I think it's the best thing I've ever written. We're funded. We're going to shoot in Virginia Beach, Virginia in June, which is exciting. We're getting ready to cast next week. We got some actors we're going out for offers with. It's going to be special, man. So that's that. So I'd say if you want to see me acting and things, there's a bunch of movies, big, small, whatever. But Butterfly is going to be cool. And The Pirate King is going to be my baby. For sure.
And you said it's shooting in Virginia Beach?
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you why I know that's going to be a hit. And this is coincidence. Ladies and gentlemen, that's watching worldwide right now, Josh and I did not plan this. So, that's telling me right there.
I gotta take a photo of that.
Let's do it again.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
See, that it is going to happen. That's going to be a hit, people. That's just notification right there. That's going to be big. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Now, Josh, how can everybody follow you on social media to keep up with the latest and greatest that you're doing?
Oh man, I Instagram. Find me on Instagram. It's just my name at Josh Plasse, Plasse. I don't use a lot of other social media. I'm kind of bad at it, but Instagram, follow me. I'll follow you back. We'll stay in touch for sure.
That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen worldwide, make sure you follow Josh on social media. You want to find out the latest and greatest, what he's doing. He's talking about it right there on social media. Follow him. You want to hear more about Dust? Follow him on social media. And he said he held back on a certain film. Maybe he's going to talk about it in the future on social media. You better follow him. You don't know what he's going to do. You better keep up with him. Make sure once again you follow him, watch him on iCarly. I can't say follow him on iCarly. Watch him on iCarly. Man, make sure you check out the Baxters. If you're 3 seasons behind on Baxters, this is a show you want to keep up on. Catch up on it now. It's a faith-based show. It's down my alley. I love it. Make sure you watch it. Keep up with the latest and greatest what he's doing. Now, Josh, I know you're a busy man. Not going to hold you up much longer. But guess what? It is time for the last segment of the show. It's called Take the Floor. You have up to 2 minutes to say whatever you want. No questions asked. Josh Plasse, take the floor.
Oh man, up to 2 minutes. Woo! That's a big challenge. All right. You know what? I'm feeling this. I was just talking about this with a friend today, and it feels right for right now. Whatever you're doing in life, whatever your walk of life is, make sure you have a why. And the why, it is literally everything in whatever you're trying to do, whether that's sports, whether that's whatever your job is. If you're going to compete in something, if you want to go out, you want to be an actor, you want to be a filmmaker, you want to be a musician, you want to do whatever, you want to be a doctor, a firefighter, whatever it is, that's hard and that takes commitment and that takes discipline. You got to have a strong why. My buddy came to me today. He had a big rejection. I've faced 105, actually probably more like 500 rejections. He was in a hard place, and we broke down and got to the pith of what was really bothering him, and it was that he felt like he wasn't in the industry for the right reasons, and as such, it wasn't panning out as he thought. And if you don't have a strong why, whatever you're trying to do is ultimately going to come back at you. And man, it's going to eat you alive. So if something's not working out as you thought it would, or you're about to endeavor on something new, make sure you're in it for the right reasons. Because honestly, that's the only way to get it done. That's all I got to say. That just happened an hour ago. I was like, I got to say this.
I love it. I love it. And Josh can testify to this. In this industry right here, 100 no's can equal 1 yes. So if you're trying to get into this industry, entertainment, television, movie industry, you got to have thick skin. So whatever you're trying to do, if you get hurt off of rejection off the first try, don't step into this. You got to have thick skin to keep going. So make sure you do that. Josh, I want to thank you for coming on the show, and I would love to have you back on the future.
Absolutely. I would love to be here. This was one of my favorites ever, man. Thanks for bringing me on.
That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, my next episode on the Big Scoop with Coop, my next guest is, I don't announce my next guest. You better follow me on social media at the Big Scoop with Coop to keep up with the latest and greatest. And don't worry, you're going to see Josh real soon all over your television, your movie screens. And guess what? He'll be on your bookshelf too, because you're going to get dust. Go get dust, people. That's what I'm talking about. And if you got dust on your bookshelf, knock the dust off so you can put the book dust right there. That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, until the next time on the Big Scoop with Coop. Peace.